Did whispers of ancient chivalry ever make your heart skip a beat? Does the thought of knights and ladies, secret trysts in moonlit gardens, or grand declarations in castle courtyards ignite a spark in your imagination? What if the perfect backdrop for such a sweeping romance already existed, etched in stone and history from centuries past? Number 10. Alcázar of Segovia, Spain. Perched dramatically on a rocky outcrop, the Alcázar of Segovia rises like a vision from a child's storybook. Its pointed turrets and majestic towers piercing the sky with a certain elegance. This isn't just a castle. It's a living testament to centuries of Spanish history, a place where the echoes of ancient courts and whispered secrets still seem to linger in the very stones. From its commanding position where the Yeresma and Clamor's rivers meet, the Alcázar surveys the vast plains of Old Castile, offering breathtaking vistas that stretch to the horizon, painting on the season. Its foundation traces back to a Roman fort, but its distinct, almost fantastical silhouette began to take shape during the medieval era, particularly under the reign of the Trastamara dynasty. Castle's most striking feature is arguably its silhouette, often described as resembling the bow of a ship or a fairy tale castle. This unique design, with its multiple towers, a deep moat, and a drawbridge that once served as its sole entry, made it not only a formidable defensive structure, but also a residence of immense prestige. Imagine, if you will, the clatter of hooves on the cobbled approach, the rustle of noble garments, and the distant strains of a lute all set against this magnificent backdrop. Tower of Juan II, the tallest of its towers, stands as a sentinel offering unparalleled panoramic views over the city of Segovia and the surrounding countryside. This tower, with its distinctive battlements and elegant arches, once housed the royal archives, holding untold stories within its ancient walls. The interior of the Alcázar is a labyrinth of grand halls, intimate chambers, and intricate Mudejar ceilings that shimmer with geometric patterns and gilded details. The Hall of the Kings, for example, is a room of extraordinary beauty, its frieze adorned with statues of every king and queen of Asturias, Leon, and Castile. A silent audience to centuries of history. It's not difficult to picture a grand royal feast unfolding here, with light streaming through arched windows, illuminating the rich tapestries and the polished armor of knights standing guard. The delicate artistry found within these halls, particularly the intricate tilework and stucco, speaks to a period when craftsmanship reached astounding levels of sophistication, a testament to the cultural fusion that defined medieval Spain. Castle also served as a royal palace, a state prison, and a military academy throughout its long history, each role adding a layer to its complex narrative. Queen Isabella, the first of Castile, one of Spain's most pivotal monarchs, was proclaimed queen here in 1474, an event that forever linked the Alcázar to the unification of Spain and the Age of Exploration. Her presence imbues the castle with a sense of regal authority and deep historical significance. One can almost feel the weight of history in the hall of the old palace, with its original Romanesque arches, and a sense of timelessness that permeates the very air. The courtyard, known as the Plaza de Armas, would have been a hive of activity, filled with soldiers, servants, and courtiers, the heart of the castle's daily life. Beyond its military and political functions, the Alcázar also holds a softer, more romantic aura. The serene courtyards, like the Patio de Armas, enclosed by the castle's thick walls, offer a quiet escape from the outside world. Here one could imagine clandestine meetings under the cover of twilight, or a gentle stroll through gardens that once bloomed with fragrant flowers, their scents carried on the evening breeze. The castle's unique position, almost isolated on its rocky promontory, provides a sense of seclusion and privacy, making it an ideal setting for a love story, unfolding away from the prying eyes of the court. The very stones seem to whisper tales of chivalry, devotion, and perhaps forbidden affection. The surrounding city of Segovia itself, adds to the enchanting atmosphere. Its winding cobblestone streets, ancient Roman aqueduct, and Gothic cathedral create a tapestry of history that complements the castle's grandeur. The view of the Alcázar from outside the city walls, especially at sunrise or sunset, is truly unforgettable, as the golden light bathes its stone facades in a warm, inviting glow, transforming it into a beacon of medieval charm. It's a place where history feels alive, where every archway and every tower seems to hold a memory, inviting new stories to be written within its ancient embrace. The Alcázar of Segovia is not just a monument, it is a timeless stage waiting for its next tale of love and adventure to unfold. Number 9. Carcassonne, France. Stepping into the medieval city of Carcassonne in southern France is like entering a time capsule where the medieval world has been perfectly preserved, its majestic walls and countless towers rising defiantly from the landscape. This is not just a single castle, but an entire fortified city, one of the most remarkable examples of medieval military architecture in Europe. Its origins stretch back to Roman times, but the formidable double ring of walls encompassing 52 towers and a deep dry moat was primarily constructed and refined during the 12th and 13th centuries, turning it into an almost impenetrable fortress. The sight of Carcassonne from afar, especially when bathed in the golden light of dusk with its turrets and battlements silhouetted against the sky, is truly breathtaking, an iconic symbol of medieval might and artistry. Within its massive walls, the site, as it is known, is a labyrinth of narrow, winding cobblestone streets, charming squares, and ancient buildings, each with its own story to tell. One can easily lose themselves in the romance of its past, picturing knights in shining armor, troubadours singing ballads of love, and merchants haggling over wares in the bustling market squares. The scale of the fortifications is staggering. The outer wall stretches for over a mile, and the inner wall for nearly 2 miles, each carefully designed with various defensive features, like arrow slits, machicolations, and watchtowers. This intricate defensive system meant that Carcassonne was considered virtually impregnable for centuries, a testament to the engineering prowess of the medieval era. The heart of the seat is the Château Comtal, the Count's Castle, a fortress within a fortress complete with its own moat and drawbridge. This inner sanctuary, built in the 12th century, served as the residence of the Viscounts of Carcassonne, powerful lords who controlled this strategic region. Inside the chateau, one can explore courtyards that once witnessed royal decrees, grand halls where banquets were held, and private chambers where the whispers of love and intrigue might have once been exchanged. The views from the chateau's ramparts offer a different perspective of the cité, coating the intricate network of streets and rooftops below, all nestled within the formidable walls. It is a place where history feels not just remembered, but vibrantly present. Beyond the military aspects, Carcassonne holds a deep cultural and spiritual significance. The Basilica of Saints Nazarius and Celsus, located within the cité, is a stunning example of Romanesque and Gothic architecture, its stained glass windows casting a kaleidoscope of colors across the ancient stone floor. This sacred space, with its solemn grandeur, provides a striking contrast to the martial might of the walls, offering a place for reflection, devotion, and perhaps quiet vows exchanged in the hushed light of the chapel. Medieval records indicate that the basilica played a central role in the lives of the city's inhabitants, serving as a hub for both religious and community gatherings. The city's strategic location, at the crossroads of ancient trade routes and near the Pyrenees Mountains, made it a prize, sought after by many powers throughout history. It famously resisted Simon de Montfort during the Albigensian Crusade in the early 13th century, a period of intense religious and political upheaval. The resilience of Carcassonne during this time and its eventual surrender adds a layer of dramatic history to its narrative, speaking to the fierce determination of its inhabitants. Imagine a story of loyalty and sacrifice played out against these very walls, with fortunes of love hanging in the balance amidst the clashing of swords. Walking along the chemin de ronde, the walkway atop the ramparts, provides an immersive experience. The panoramic views of the surrounding countryside, from the Black Mountains to the Pyrenees, are breathtaking, stretching far into the distance. This vantage point allows one to truly grasp the scale of the fortifications and the strategic brilliance of its medieval builders. Below, the narrow streets buzz with a quiet energy, filled with artisanal shops, inviting restaurants, and the murmurs of visitors, creating a vibrant atmosphere that still respects its ancient roots. The very air seems to carry the scent of history, mingled with the aroma of local French cuisine. Carcassonne's unique charm lies in its completeness. It offers not just a glimpse but a full immersion into a medieval fortified city. It is a place where every stone seems to whisper tales of chivalry, romance, and enduring love. The magic of Carcassonne is that it invites you to step inside its history, to imagine your own story unfolding within its ancient walls, beneath the watchful gaze of its countless towers. A perfect backdrop for a sweeping, timeless romance. Number 8. Edinburgh Castle, Scotland. Perched majestically atop Castle Rock, an ancient volcanic plug, Edinburgh Castle dominates the skyline of Scotland's capital city, an enduring symbol of Scottish history and resilience. Its position is undeniably dramatic, offering commanding views across the city and beyond to the Firth of Forth. For centuries, this formidable fortress has served as a royal residence, a military stronghold, and the setting for countless pivotal moments in Scottish history, making it a powerful and evocative backdrop for any tale of love and ambition. The castle's origins are shrouded in early medieval mists, with evidence of human occupation dating back to the Iron Age, but its recognizable structure began to take shape from the 11th century onwards, evolving through successive royal reigns. Impressive. Its high walls, formidable gates, and a complex of buildings create a sense of impregnability as one ascends the Royal Mile, the historic thoroughfare leading from the castle gates down to Holyrood Palace. The castle grows ever larger, its presence more imposing. The Great Hall, built in the 15th century by James IV, with its magnificent timber roof, would have been the scene of grand banquets, courtly dances, and important ceremonies. It's easy to envision the rustle of brocaded gowns, the gleam of polished armor, and the sound of bagpipes filling the air, setting the stage for clandestine glances and declarations of devotion. Within the castle walls, various buildings tell different chapters of Scotland's story. St. Margaret's Chapel, a small, unassuming structure, stands as Edinburgh's oldest building, dating back to the early 12th century. This simple, hallowed space, dedicated to Queen Margaret of Scotland, offers a quiet sanctuary, a place where vows could be exchanged in solemn reverence far from the clamor of court. Chapel's survival through centuries of conflict speaks to its enduring spiritual significance and its timeless beauty. It provides a stark yet moving contrast to the defensive might of the surrounding fortress. The royal palace within the castle walls served as the residence of Scottish monarchs for centuries. It's here that Mary, Queen of Scots, famously gave birth to James VI, who would later unite the crowns of Scotland and England. The birth chamber, a small, intimate room, feels steeped in history, carrying the echoes of royal lineage and personal dramas. Imagine a secret meeting in one of these private chambers, a clandestine romance unfolding amidst the political intrigue of a royal court, with the fate of a kingdom often resting on the alliances forged through marriage. The intricate tapestries and sturdy furnishings, even if recreated, evoke the atmosphere of medieval royalty. Castle's strategic importance meant it was frequently besieged, captured, and recaptured throughout the wars of Scottish independence. The famous Lang siege in the 16th century saw the castle hold out for 2 years, demonstrating the incredible resilience of its defenders. These historical events add layers of drama and intensity, making the castle a stage for stories of courage, loyalty, and enduring love against overwhelming odds. The very stones of the castle have witnessed profound acts of bravery and sacrifice, creating a palpable sense of history that is almost overwhelming. Exploring the battlements and viewpoints of Edinburgh Castle provides unparalleled perspectives. From the Argyll Battery, visitors can gaze out over the new town of Edinburgh, a charming contrast to the ancient castle. The esplanade, the wide open space in front of the castle gates, traditionally a parade ground, would have been the gathering place for armies, and the site of grand spectacles. The sound of the 1 o'clock gun, fired daily except Sundays, fills the air, a quirky tradition that connects the present with the military past. The atmosphere of Edinburgh Castle is both grand and mysterious. Legends of ghosts and ancient spirits abound, adding to its captivating allure. The winding passages, dark dungeons, and ancient vaults feel as though they hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. This blend of imposing history, strategic significance, and a touch of the mystical creates an incredibly rich tapestry for a medieval love story. It's a place where lovers could meet under the cover of a Scottish mist, where declarations of love are made against a backdrop of ancient stone, and where the enduring spirit of Scotland itself seems to imbue every romantic gesture with a sense of timelessness. The sheer majesty and storied past of Edinburgh Castle make it an unforgettable setting where love can triumph, even amidst the turbulence of medieval times. Number 7. Siena, Italy. Nestled in the heart of Tuscany, the medieval city of Siena rises on 3 hills, its ochre-colored buildings, narrow winding streets, and iconic Piazza del Campo creating a cityscape that feels both ancient and vibrant. Siena is a testament to the power and artistry of the medieval commune, a rival to Florence that flourished during the 13th and 14th centuries, building an identity around its fierce independence and unique Gothic architecture. The very atmosphere of Siena is steeped in history and romance, a place where every corner seems to whisper tales of bygone eras, making it an exquisite setting for a love story. The undisputed heart of Siena is the Piazza del Campo, a shell-shaped public space that slopes gently downwards, fanning out from the Palazzo Pubblico, the city's impressive town hall. This piazza is not merely a square, it is a grand stage paved with herringbone brick and divided into 9 sections, symbolizing the Council of 9 who governed Siena during its golden age. For centuries, the Piazza del Campo has been the social and political center of the city, hosting markets, festivals, and the famous Palio horse race, an event that dates back to the 17th century but has its roots in medieval jousting competitions and civic celebrations. Imagine a chance encounter during the lively preparations for the Palio. Amidst the banners, the roaring crowds, and the thundering hooves, a spark igniting in the heart of the city's fervent energy. Overlooking the piazza is the Torre del Mangia, a slender bell tower reaching over 300 feet into the sky, offering panoramic views of the city's red-tiled roofs. Climb to the top is challenging, but the reward is a breathtaking vista, a perfect spot for a shared moment of awe, or perhaps a secret rendezvous with the entire city spread out below as a silent witness. The tower, completed in 1348, symbolized the power and prosperity of Siena, reflecting its ambition to rival the greatest cities of the age. Palazzo Pubblico itself is a masterpiece of Gothic civic architecture, its frescoed walls inside the Museo Civico telling stories of good and bad government, virtue, and justice. The Sala della Pace, or Hall of Peace, contains Ambrogio Lorenzetti's famous allegories of good and bad government. Painted in the 1330s, these vibrant murals offer a rare glimpse into the civic ideals and daily life of medieval Siena, showing bustling markets, lively dances, and a peaceful prostrate for characters to navigate their lives and loves within. It's a place where art and life intertwined, reflecting the hopes and fears of the medieval citizens. Beyond the piazza, Siena's labyrinthine streets invite exploration. They are narrow and often steep, revealing unexpected arches, hidden courtyards, and charming artisanal shops, selling local crafts, leather goods, and delectable pastries. The soft, warm colors of the brick and stone buildings, bathed in the Tuscan sun, create an intimate and inviting atmosphere. It's easy to imagine lovers strolling hand in hand through these ancient passages, their footsteps echoing off the worn cobblestones, finding quiet corners for private conversations, or sharing a gelato from a local shop. The Duomo di Siena, the city's magnificent cathedral, is another jewel of medieval artistry, truly awe-inspiring in its scale and intricacy. Its striped marble facade of white and dark green, a signature Sienese style, is adorned with sculptures and mosaics. Inside, the sheer opulence is overwhelming, with intricate floor mosaics depicting biblical scenes, a stunning pulpit by Nicola Pisano, and works by Donatello and Michelangelo. The spiritual and artistic grandeur of the Duomo provides a powerful counterpoint to the vibrant life of the piazza, offering a space for reflection, solace, and perhaps a quiet blessing for a budding romance. The atmosphere here is one of profound beauty and reverence, a place where sacred vows could be made. Siena's history is rich with both triumphs and tragedies. From its fierce independence and economic prosperity, through banking and wool trade, to the devastating impact of the Black Death. This tumultuous past adds depth to the city's character, providing a ready-made framework for stories of resilience, forbidden love, and fate. Contrade, the city's 17 distinct neighborhoods, each with its own flag emblem and strong communal identity, contribute to Siena's unique social fabric. These contrade are fiercely proud and competitive, especially during the Palio, and this sense of community and rivalry offers rich possibilities for character dynamics and narrative arcs. The timeless charm of Siena, with its blend of stunning architecture, rich history, and vibrant traditions, makes it an ideal setting for a medieval love story. It's a city that invites you to slow down, to absorb its beauty, and to imagine the lives that unfolded within its ancient walls. Every sun-drenched street, every echoing archway, and every glimpse of the distant Tuscan hills contributes to an atmosphere of enduring romance, a place where love can bloom as beautifully and powerfully as the city itself. Number 6. Avignon, France. On the banks of the Rhône River in southeastern France stands Avignon, a city that briefly served as the heart of Western Christendom during the 14th century, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy of medieval power and splendor. Its colossal papal palace, the Pont d'Avignon, and its well-preserved city walls make it a dramatic and historically significant setting for any tale of love and ambition. The very air in Avignon feels heavy with the echoes of medieval popes, cardinals, and the grand schemes that shaped an entire continent. The most imposing structure in Avignon is undoubtedly the Palais des Papes, the Papal Palace. This fortress palace, built in less than 20 years during the 14th century, is one of the largest and most important medieval Gothic buildings in Europe. It served as the residence of 7 successive popes and 2 anti-popes during the Western Schism, a period when the papacy was divided. Its towering walls, crenellated battlements, and austere exterior belie the lavishness and intricate artistry found within. The palace is a monumental symbol of the Avignon papacy's authority and wealth, a place where spiritual power intersected with political might. Within the palace walls, one can wander through vast ceremonial halls, where councils were held and treaties signed, and private papal apartments adorned with exquisite frescoes and tapestries. The grand chapel, a soaring space with intricate vaulting, would have witnessed solemn masses and important religious ceremonies, its hushed grandeur providing a sense of spiritual gravitas. Imagine a secret meeting in a secluded garden within the palace grounds, or a whispered confession exchanged in the quiet sanctity of a private chapel, all while the wheels of medieval European politics turned relentlessly upward. The vastness of the palace itself allowed for both public grandeur and hidden intimacy. Adjacent to the papal palace is the Cathédrale Notre-Dame des Doms d'Avignon, a Romanesque cathedral with a gilded statue of the Virgin Mary perched atop its western tower, overseeing the city. Its ancient stones and peaceful interior offer a contrasting calm to the palace's formidable presence, providing a space for contemplation and quiet devotion. The cathedral would have been a significant place of worship for the city's inhabitants, a constant presence in their daily lives and a potential site for both public and private moments of faith and human connection. Another iconic landmark of Avignon is the Pont Saint-Bénézet, famously known as the Pont d'Avignon. While only 4 of its original 22 arches remain, stretching out into the Rhône River, its romantic silhouette against the sky is unmistakable. Built in the 12th century, this bridge was once a vital pilgrimage, route and trade artery connecting the 2 banks of the Rhône. Its fragmented beauty whispers of journeys taken, farewells exchanged, and perhaps promises made by travelers passing through. The famous French song, Sur le Pont d'Avignon, immortalizes its unique place in history and popular culture, making it a universally recognized symbol of the city. One can imagine lovers strolling hand in hand across its arches, gazing at the river or making heartfelt declarations under the open sky. The city of Avignon itself is enclosed by well-preserved medieval ramparts, some of the finest in Europe. These towering walls, punctuated by fortified gates, still encircle the historic center, creating a distinct boundary between the ancient city and the modern world. Walking along these walls offers a unique perspective of Avignon, posting its density of medieval buildings, its charming squares, and its vibrant street life. The experience of entering the city through one of its ancient gates immediately transports visitors back in time, setting the stage for a compelling medieval narrative. The streets within the walls are a charming maze of cobblestones, shaded courtyards, and lively squares. Rue de Teinturier, the street of the dyers with its ancient water wheels still visible along the Sorgue Canal, offers a particularly picturesque glimpse into Avignon's industrial past and daily life. The sounds of the water, the scent of blooming flowers in hidden gardens, and the murmur of conversation create an intimate sensory experience that complements the grandiosity of the papal palace. These smaller details fill out the canvas of the city, providing places for quiet moments and chance encounters. Avignon's history is not just about popes. It's also about the thriving life that existed around this powerful ecclesiastical court. Scholars, artists, merchants, and pilgrims flocked to the city, making it a cosmopolitan hub of medieval culture and commerce. This influx of diverse characters provides a rich tapestry for weaving intricate love stories, where social status, religious convictions, and political alliances could all play a role in the unfolding drama. The city's strategic position on the Rhône also made it a key center for trade and transportation, adding to its dynamic character. The unique blend of spiritual authority, political power, and everyday medieval life makes Avignon a compelling and richly textured setting. It's a place where grand narratives of faith and power intertwine with the intimate dramas of human hearts. The sheer scale and historical depth of the papal palace, combined with the poetic beauty of the broken bridge and the charm of its ancient streets, create an atmosphere ripe for a powerful and enduring medieval love story. A tale set against the backdrop of one of Europe's most significant historical epics. Number 5. Conwy Castle, Wales. Standing proudly on the north coast of Wales, Conwy Castle is a magnificent example of medieval military architecture, a powerful stone sentinel built by King Edward I of England in the late 13th century as part of his ambitious campaign to subdue Wales. Its colossal grey walls, 8 imposing towers, and strategic location, overlooking the River Conwy and the Irish Sea, naked and incredibly dramatic and evocative setting. The sheer scale and preservation of Conwy Castle allow for an immersive experience of a medieval fortress, a perfect stage for stories of conflict, loyalty, and enduring love. Edward I embarked on a massive castle-building program in Wales, with Conwy being one of his most impressive creations. Built between 1283 and 1289, this castle was designed by the master architect James of St. George and represents the pinnacle of defensive engineering of its time. Design is rectilinear with two fortified wards separated by a central wall, creating a highly efficient and defensible structure. The towering walls reaching heights of 70 feet in places and the thick, sturdy battlements speak volumes about the power and determination of its builders. The very stones seem to hum with the history of the English conquest of Wales. The castle's strategic position is unparalleled. It sits on a rocky outcrop, dominating the mouth of the River Conwy, which was then a crucial waterway. Its walls incorporate parts of the natural rock formations, blending Peking with the landscape. From its ramparts, the views are breathtaking, stretching across the estuary, the picturesque town of Conwy, and the distant Snowdonia Mountains. This commanding vista provides a profound sense of perspective, allowing one to imagine the approach of ships, the movements of armies, and the daily life unfolding below. It's easy to picture a sentry standing watch on a cold, clear night, gazing out at the vast star-studded sky, or a secret message being passed across the water. Within the castle walls, one can explore the remnants of grand halls, royal apartments, and the functional spaces of a working medieval fortress. The Great Hall, though now roofless, would have been a cavernous space for feasting, courtly gatherings, and important declarations. King's apartments, located in the inner ward, would have offered more private and luxurious living spaces, providing a backdrop for intimate moments amidst the austere military surroundings. The sheer thickness of the walls containing hidden passages and spiral staircases adds to the sense of mystery and intrigue. One can almost hear the echoes of medieval voices, the clanking of armor, and the murmurs of courtly life. Conwy Castle is part of a larger fortified complex that includes the impressive town walls that still encircle the historic town of Conwy. These walls, also built by Edward I, stretch for over 3/4 of a mile, and feature 21 towers and 3 gates, making Conwy one of the best preserved medieval walled towns in Europe. Walking along the town walls offers a different perspective, promoting the relationship between the castle and the civilian life it was meant to protect. It's a complete medieval experience, where the boundaries between defensive stronghold and daily life blurred. The history of Conwy Castle is marked by sieges and conflicts. Owen Glyndwr, the last native prince of Wales, famously captured the castle in 1401 during his rebellion against English rule, a testament to the castle's strategic importance and the fierce determination of the Welsh people. This period of Welsh resistance adds a layer of dramatic tension and national identity to the castle's narrative, providing rich ground for stories of forbidden love, across cultural divides, or tales of loyalty and betrayal in a turbulent political landscape. Castle has witnessed moments of great heroism and profound tragedy. Despite its military purpose, the sheer scale and architectural grandeur of Conwy Castle also evoke a sense of awe and timeless beauty. The grey stone, often softened by the mists of the Welsh coast or illuminated by the setting sun, possesses a stark, majestic charm. The sound of the wind whistling through its empty windows, the cry of gulls circling overhead, and the distant murmur of the sea create an incredibly atmospheric backdrop. It's a place that feels ancient, powerful, and deeply connected to the land. Conwy Castle offers a truly immersive medieval experience, a place where the imposing strength of the fortress is balanced by the wild beauty of its surroundings. It's a setting that speaks of grand endeavors, enduring struggles, and the quiet moments of human connection that unfold amidst the sweep of history. For a love story, it offers a backdrop of unwavering strength and dramatic beauty where passion can burn brightly against the backdrop of ancient stone under the vast, often dramatic Welsh skies. Number 4. Bruges, Belgium. Often called the Venice of the North, Bruges, in Belgium, is a city that feels as if it has been lovingly lifted directly from a medieval painting. Its cobbled streets, charming canals, gabled houses, and towering belfry create an atmosphere of unparalleled romance and timeless beauty. While much of what one sees today was built or lovingly restored in later periods, the city's layout, its fundamental architectural style, and its rich historical narrative are firmly rooted in its medieval Toten age. Bruges flourished spectacularly from the 12th to the 15th centuries as a major center for commerce, particularly in textiles, and as a hub for international trade routes. Merchants from across Europe flocked here, bringing with them not only goods, but also diverse cultures and ideas. This cosmopolitan past imbues Bruges with a vibrant energy that still resonates in its ancient stones. The network of canals, which were once vital arteries for trade, now offer serene boat tours, allowing visitors to glide past picturesque medieval facades, under ancient bridges, and through quiet waterways. These canals, reflecting the charming buildings, create an endless series of captivating vistas, perfect for stolen moments or heartfelt confessions. The Grootemarkt, or Market Square, is the bustling heart of Bruges, dominated by the magnificent Belfry of Bruges. This impressive tower, standing over 270 feet tall, has been a symbol of the city's independence and prosperity for centuries. Its 47-bell carillon still rings out melodies across the rooftops, a musical echo of the medieval past. Climbing the belfry's 366 steps offers breathtaking panoramic views of the entire city. A sea of red-tiled roofs, winding canals, and distant windmills. Imagine a whispered proposal at the top of the belfry, overlooking the very city where your love story unfolds, with the ancient bells marking the moment. The Burg Square, located near the Market Square, is another historic focal point, surrounded by a collection of impressive medieval buildings, including the Basilica of the Holy Blood and the Gothic Town Hall. The Basilica, a small but exquisitely decorated church, contains a revered relic said to be a drop of Christ's blood, drawing pilgrims for centuries. Quiet, devotional atmosphere offers a poignant contrast to the bustling squares, a place where a medieval couple might seek solace or exchange sacred vows. The intricate facades of the surrounding buildings speak of the wealth and artistry of the medieval guilds that once thrived here. Wandering through Bruges' narrow, winding streets feels like stepping into a storybook. Many streets are pedestrianized, allowing for unhurried exploration. Hidden courtyards, secret gardens, and charming bridges seem to appear around every corner, each offering a new discovery. The unique architecture, with its distinctive stepped gables and brickwork, creates a cohesive and incredibly picturesque urban landscape. The faint smell of Belgian waffles, chocolate, and brewing beer often wafts through the air, adding sensory layers to the historical setting. Church of Our Lady, with its towering brick spire, contains Michelangelo's beautiful sculpture of the Madonna and Child, bringing a touch of Renaissance artistic genius to the medieval city. Its grand interior provides another powerful backdrop for moments of reflection or poignant encounters. The bygone, or beguinage, a serene and peaceful complex of houses surrounding a tranquil garden, once housed communities of pious laywomen. It offers a quiet, almost contemplative atmosphere. A sanctuary from the bustling city where tender moments of intimacy and reflection might take place, away from the world's demands. The romantic appeal of Bruges also lies in its smaller details. The swans gliding gracefully on the canals, the horse-drawn carriages clattering softly on the cobblestones, and the warm glow of streetlights reflecting on the water at night. The sense of enchantment is pervasive, creating an almost magical atmosphere that is perfect for a love story. Whether it's a grand romance of noble families or a more intimate tale of two souls finding each other amidst the medieval grandeur, the very light in Bruges seems to possess a certain softness, enhancing the romantic allure. Bruges' history is rich with tales of prosperity, plague, and decline, but its enduring charm has allowed it to retain its medieval character remarkably well. It was even famously described as a sleeping beauty in the 19th century, before its rediscovery and restoration. Today it stands as a vibrant, living museum of medieval Europe, where every bridge, every canal, and every ancient building contributes to an atmosphere of timeless romance. For a love story, Bruges offers an exquisite setting where passion can bloom. Amidst the gentle flow of canals and the echoes of a glorious past, a place where time itself seems to slow down, allowing love to truly take root and flourish. Number 3. Dunnottar Castle, Scotland. Clinging dramatically to a rugged cliff edge overlooking the wild, tumultuous North Sea, Dunnottar Castle in Scotland is a place of raw, untamed beauty and powerful history. This ruined yet majestic fortress, located near Stonehaven in Aberdeenshire, is not a grand intact palace, but its wind-swept isolation and breathtaking natural setting make it an incredibly poignant and inspiring. The very stones of Dunnottar seem to hum with tales of survival against overwhelming odds, a testament to enduring spirit. Castle's history stretches back to early medieval times, with records indicating fortifications on the site from the 5th century. The current ruins, however, largely date from the 15th and 16th centuries, though earlier structures formed its core. What makes Dunnottar so uniquely captivating is its almost impregnable position. It sits on a rocky headland separated from the mainland by a narrow causeway that drops sharply to the sea on both sides. This natural defense made it a formidable stronghold, almost impossible to breach, save for a narrow path that winds down a steep cliff, face to a hidden cove below. The journey to the castle itself is part of its allure, as visitors must descend a steep path and climb back up, adding to the sense of an ancient, isolated world. The sight of Dunnottar, especially on a misty morning or when the waves crash against the cliffs below, is truly unforgettable. The raw, exposed landscape and the relentless power of the sea create an atmosphere of solitude and grandeur. This setting is perfect for stories of forbidden love, of a knight returning from a perilous journey, or a lady gazing out to sea, yearning for a distant lover. The vastness of the ocean stretching to the horizon provides a sense of boundless possibility, yet also a reminder of the vast distances that often separated medieval lovers. Despite its ruined state, the layout of the castle is still discernible, allowing one to imagine its former life. There are the remains of a great hall, a chapel, residential quarters, and various administrative buildings, all huddled together for protection against both human enemies and the elements. The Whig's Vault, a notorious dungeon, offers a chilling glimpse into the castle's grimmer history, where Covenanters were imprisoned in the 17th century. This darker side adds a layer of depth and realism, reminding us that medieval life was often harsh, yet love could still blossom midst adversity. Dunnottar Castle played a crucial role in Scottish history, famously serving as the hiding place for the Scottish crown jewels, the honours of Scotland, during Oliver Cromwell's invasion in the 17th century. They were smuggled out under Cromwell's nose, an act of daring and loyalty that speaks to the unwavering spirit of those who defended the castle and their nation. This narrative of fierce protection and strategic importance imbues the castle with a powerful sense of national pride and a legacy of defiance. Imagine a story of a medieval heroine, perhaps tasked with safeguarding a secret or a treasure amidst the turmoil of war. The natural surroundings are as much a part of Dunnottar's appeal as its stones. The seabirds circling overhead, the spray from the waves rising to meet the cliffs, and the constant sound of the wind create an incredibly sensory experience. Walking along the cliff tops surrounding the castle The sheer scale of the landscape is humbling. It's a place that fosters contemplation and a deep connection to nature where two people could share a profound moment of quiet understanding, feeling small yet significant against the vastness of the world. The remote and dramatic beauty of Dunater Castle provides a unique backdrop for a love story that is both epic and intimate. It's a place that speaks of resilience, endurance, and the powerful forces of nature. Here, love can be tested by the elements, strengthened by adversity, and celebrated against a backdrop of breathtaking, untamed beauty. The sense of isolation makes any shared moment feel intensely personal and profound, as if the castle itself is a silent guardian of secrets. Dunater Castle is more than just a ruin. It is a symbol of enduring spirit, a place where powerful emotions feel right at home, where love can stand as strong and unwavering as the ancient rock on which it rests. Number 2. Prague, Old Town, Czech Republic. The Old Town of Prague, the historic heart of the Czech capital, is a mesmerizing tapestry of cobblestone lanes, Gothic spires, Baroque domes, and vibrant squares that feels like a living fairy tale. While Prague's architecture spans many centuries, its core, particularly the Old Town Square and the Charles Bridge, breathes the very essence of the medieval era. It was during the 14th century, under the reign of Emperor Charles IV, that Prague experienced its golden age, transforming into one of the largest and most important cities in Europe, a cultural and intellectual hub, making it an incredibly rich and romantic setting for any love story. The Old Town Square, Staroměstské náměstí, is the vibrant soul of medieval Prague, surrounded by magnificent historical buildings including the Old Town Hall with its famous astronomical clock, the stunning Church of Our Lady before Tin, and the Baroque Church of St. Nicholas. The square buzzes with a timeless energy. The astronomical clock, installed in 1410, is a marvel of medieval engineering, captivating onlookers with its hourly procession of apostles and its intricate dials that track time, celestial positions. Imagine a fateful meeting under the gaze of this ancient clock, marking a pivotal moment in a budding romance. As the mechanical figures chime above, the Church of Our Lady before Tin, with its two towering Gothic spires that pierce the sky, stands as a dominant feature of the square. Its dark, mysterious exterior and ornate interior, filled with medieval and Baroque art, create a powerful atmosphere. It's a place where one could imagine a solemn wedding, a desperate prayer, or a moment of shared quietude amidst the city's bustle. Presence of such magnificent churches throughout the Old Town boasts the deep spiritual dimension of medieval life and provides countless opportunities for emotionally charged scenes. Wandering away from the main square, one quickly becomes lost in a labyrinth of narrow, winding cobblestone streets and hidden passages. These ancient thoroughfares are lined with colorful medieval and Renaissance houses, many with intricate facades and charming doorways that whisper of centuries of stories. It's easy to get delightfully disoriented, stumbling upon quaint courtyards, secluded gardens, and inviting cafes. This sense of discovery adds to the romantic allure, offering endless opportunities for intimate strolls, chance encounters, and secret whispers away from prying eyes. The very air in these alleys seems to carry the scent of history and the distant sounds of the city. The Charles Bridge, Karliv Most, is perhaps the most iconic symbol of Prague's medieval grandeur, and a supremely romantic spot, commissioned by Charles IV. In 1357, this majestic stone bridge spans the Vltava River, connecting the Old Town with Lesser Town and Prague Castle. Adorned with a magnificent avenue of Baroque statues of saints, it offers breathtaking views of the city, especially at sunrise or sunset, when the light bathes the ancient stone in a warm glow. The bridge is always alive with musicians, artists, and passers-by, creating a vibrant yet intimate atmosphere. Imagine a romantic proposal on the bridge, with Prague Castle twinkling in the distance, or a clandestine meeting under the watchful gaze of the statues, their silent presence adding to the drama. The tactile experience of the worn cobblestones underfoot, shaped by millions of footsteps over centuries, connects you directly to the past. Prague Castle, towering majestically on the hill above the Vltava, though primarily a Renaissance and Baroque complex, began as a medieval stronghold. Its silhouette, dominated by the spires of St. Vitus Cathedral, provides a stunning backdrop to the old town and a constant reminder of the city's royal and imperial past. The relationship between the castle and the lower town, connected by the Charles Bridge, symbolizes the interplay between power and daily life, royalty and commoners providing rich narrative possibilities. For stories crossing social divides, Prague's history is rich with legends, from the Golem of Prague to the alchemists who sought to turn lead into gold in the city's hidden laboratories. This mystical, almost magical undercurrent adds another layer to its romantic appeal. The city feels ancient, mysterious, and imbued with a certain timeless charm that transcends its historical facts. The sounds of distant church bells, the murmur of the Vltava River, and the soft glow of gas lamps at night further enhance this enchanting atmosphere. The old town of Prague is a living museum of medieval Europe, where every street, every square, and every ancient building tells a part of a grand story. It's a city that invites deep immersion, where the beauty of the architecture is matched only by the richness of its history. For a love story, Prague offers an unparalleled setting, a place where passion can unfold against a backdrop of architectural marvels, historical intrigue, and an undeniable sense of magic, allowing love to flourish in the heart of a truly captivating medieval world. Number 1. Mont Saint-Michel, France. Rising dramatically from a tidal island off the coast of Normandy, France, Mont Saint-Michel is not merely a setting. It is an entire world unto itself, a breathtaking abbey fortress that seems to defy gravity and logic. Its iconic silhouette, crowned by the soaring spire of its abbey church, piercing the sky like a needle, is one of the most recognizable and awe-inspiring sights in Europe. This architectural marvel, blending monastic sanctity with formidable milligranistite and a strategic stronghold for over 1,000 years, making it an unparalleled and profoundly romantic backdrop for any medieval love story. The story of Mont Saint-Michel begins in the 8th century, when Bishop Aubert of Avranches claimed to have been visited by the archangel Michael, who instructed him to build a sanctuary on the rocky islet. Over the centuries, a Benedictine abbey grew into an architectural masterpiece, layering Romanesque and Gothic style. Its unique location, surrounded by vast shifting sands and treacherous tides that can rise and fall with alarming speed, meant that access to the island was both perilous and part of its mystique. This natural isolation, combined with its spiritual purpose, gives Mont Saint-Michel an otherworldly quality, as if it floats between heaven and earth. Approaching Mont Saint-Michel, especially on foot across the causeway during low tide, is an experience in itself. The island fortress gradually looms larger, its intricate details becoming clearer. The high walls, the intricate towers, the steep winding paths leading up to the abbey at its summit. The sheer scale and ingenuity of its construction are humbling, a testament to medieval faith and engineering. Imagine a secret rendezvous on the tidal flats, the vast expanse of sand and sea creating a secluded dramatic stage for whispered vows or a perilous journey, undertaken to reach a loved one sequestered within its walls. Within the walls of the mount, a village grew up around the base of the abbey, its narrow, steep and winding streets filled with ancient houses, charming shops, and bustling eateries. These cobblestone pathways, often no wider than an arm's length, lead upwards in a spiraling ascent, creating a sense of constant discovery. Every turn reveals a new vista, a hidden staircase, or a glimpse of the sparkling sea. The sounds of gulls crying overhead, the distant murmur of the waves, and the echoes of footsteps on ancient stone create an immersive sensory experience that transports you back in time. At the very pinnacle of the mount stands the Abbey of Mont Saint-Michel, a complex of buildings known as the Marvel for its architectural brilliance and gravity-defying construction. It comprises several levels, including cloisters, refectories, crypts, and chapels, all built on a seemingly impossible incline. Cloisters, with their delicate carved columns and serene central garden, offer a peaceful sanctuary high above the world, a perfect spot for quiet contemplation or a stolen moment of shared intimacy. The sheer audacity of building such a magnificent structure on such a challenging site speaks to the profound faith and determination of its medieval builders. The Abbey Church itself, with its mix of Romanesque and Gothic elements, offers awe-inspiring views from its terraces. From here one can gaze out over the vast bay, the shifting sands, and the distant coastline, a panorama that feels boundless. This elevated perspective provides a powerful sense of both isolation and connection to the larger world, an ideal metaphor for a love that seeks refuge yet remains connected to the broader currents of life. The soft light filtering through ancient windows, the solemn silence of the sacred spaces, and the powerful sense of history combine to create an atmosphere of profound beauty. Mont Saint-Michel has withstood sieges and the ravages of time, always retaining its spiritual and strategic significance. During the 100 Years' War, it resisted repeated English attacks, earning its nickname the Invincible and becoming a symbol of French resistance. This history of defiance and resilience adds a powerful layer of drama and inspiration. Imagine a story of love blossoming amidst conflict, or a tale of enduring devotion as unwavering as the fortress itself against the tides of adversity. The island's ever-changing landscape, from being completely cut off by the high tide to being surrounded by vast stretches of firm sand at low tide, adds a dynamic element to its charm. This ebb and flow of the ocean constantly reshapes the approach, making every visit a unique experience and highlighting the power of nature. It's a place where lovers could meet in secret, hidden by the rising waters, or share a moment of profound beauty as the sun sets over the vast bay, casting a golden glow on the ancient stones. Mont Saint-Michel is more than a historical site. It is an enduring symbol of perseverance, faith, and awe-inspiring beauty. Its unique combination of natural wonder, architectural genius, and rich history makes it an unparalleled setting for a medieval love story. It's a place where grand declarations and intimate moments alike feel imbued with a sense of timelessness and destiny, where love can be as monumental and as captivating as the mount itself. Standing proudly against the vastness of time and sea,